Pulp Fiction.
Great rabbit hole.
Okay, remember the suitcase?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the first rabbit holes
The
I've
suitcase
ever experienced.
is when he opened up the suitcase and there's like a brightness,
Huh?
which he stole from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh.
Because the Holy Grail had a brightness.
You go
And,
down a real
we
rabbit hole.
never get to see what's in the hole, what's in the thing, right?
Right.
What's in the briefcase.
Right.
But we know that the code for the briefcase is 666 because that's the code that John Travolta does. He presses when he opens up the
Yeah, they
suitcase
show very distinctly
in the
that
very
they choose
first
the
scene
shit.
of the movie. So I wanted to find out what's inside the suitcase, what's in the briefcase, because they're really protective over the briefcase. He goes, I cannot give you the briefcase. Even Samuel Jackson can have all the money. I don't know. You can have all the money of the restaurant at the end of the movie, but you're not going to get this briefcase. I went through too much shit on account of this briefcase.
Right.
What the fuck's in this briefcase?
Right.
So, and one of the things that I found was the most interesting one was this. Yeah, ready for this? What's inside that briefcase is Bing Raines, the actor. He plays Marcella Wallace, modern day pimp, drug dealer, black mafia member, guy in Los Angeles, and his soul is in there. His soul is in there.
This is the.
So what happened was that Marcelo Wallace made a deal with the devil, and he didn't like how it went down, right?
Right.
So Marcelo Wallace has the mark of the beast, and everybody wondering why does he have a band-aid in the back of his forehead, in the back of his neck, right? Because the mark of the beast is 666, and he was trying to cover it up. Now, Now this is where very important to pay attention right here, where it comes together with the Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers are dressed in black and white, okay, and they're dressed exactly the same as Samuel Jackson and John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, right? So in the Blues Brothers were orphans, and their orphanage was going to get closed down. So they said, we're going to go raise some money, whatever it takes, to save this orphanage. We're on a mission from God. So the characters, Jules and my man, John Travolta, are dressed like that, black and white, because they're also on a mission from God. They're on their way to go rescue Ben Raines, Marcella Wallace's soul from these guys in his apartment. But they don't really say it, right?
Right.
And so there's a scene where one guy jumps out of the room and just shoots them, right? And they don't get shot. The bullets go through them, and Marcelo Wallace said it's divine intervention, and he goes, nah, you can't fuck with this.
You mean Jules says it?
Jules said that. You know what?
Intervention.
Because when you're on a mission from God, God is with you. Just like he was in that light in the fire pit, in the book of Isaiah, and when Daniel and Zechariah they were put in the fire pit by Nebuchadnezzar, but they didn't get burned. But guess what they saw in that fire? They saw the image of Jesus Christ in there. Because later on, Isaiah says, "I realized then that I am not the chosen one, but there is one ahead of me." And then even John the Baptist says, I am the greatest, but there is one guy out there that's coming that I am not worthy of wiping his feet. That man was Jesus Christ. So let's get back to mission from God.
Okay.
So they're there to rescue a soul.
Okay.
And they made a bad deal with a soul, right? And this is how you know that the devil doesn't forget.
You're fucking blowing my mind
When
right
the devil doesn't forget, because the devil wants his soul back. You know, you can't go against the devil. That's why in that scene, Marcellus gets sodomized. He gets fucked in the ass. That's the devil right there, man. The devil said, you're going to take your soul back.
Zed's the devil?
Zed's the devil, bro.
What
Zed
the fuck?
and his partner, bro, his apprentice was the other guy. So like even in the dark side of Star Wars, there's always two. So at the end of the movie of Pulp Fiction, when when um when Samuel Jackson decides to leave the life, and this is it. I'm done with this. His soul was saved right there. He was the only one in that movie that made it out alive.
You're right.
John
You're right.
Travolta, they said, nah, he died in a toilet, bro.
Yeah, Bruce
Reading,
Willis shot him.
reading a thing.
Right.
But he continued. He didn't want to. He continued he would continue on the path, on the road, and Samuel Jackson.